All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Transforming Lives. Hello. How is everybody doing? What's happening? Welcome to Transforming Lives. Tonight, what I want to do is I'm going to be on myself, and I just want to recap on episodes 1 through 9, and then discuss moving forward what we're covering. So if you come on, definitely join in, say hello, share your thoughts, comments there. Feel free to comment. And maybe it's something that you've gotten from the session. Feel free to share that in the comments. So if you gain something from the sessions, please leave a comment. All right. Definitely let me know. So I want to say this to you. I did not know that I would be here right now actually doing this session. It was just, I don't want to say it was just a hunch, something that came out of nowhere. I started out by just doing a whole bunch of lives, and it was actually geared toward my business. And I began to share information about business. And it went from there, from just sharing it about business to really begin to look at our lives and how the things we do in our lives, have an impact. So from there, I jotted some stuff down, talked to my wife, and it came out being Transforming Lives. I was just going to share with a couple of buddies and just call it a day, but it transformed into actually 9 sessions. And those 9 sessions were very unique sessions that I had with individuals that I knew, unexpected people. But I want to say, when I look at when I look at episodes, not seasons yet, episodes 1 through 9, I can say that I'm grateful and I'm happy from the experience, starting with the first meeting, which I had a good friend, Pastor Michael Grant, where that first meeting, just him coming on, I couldn't think of no one better to have on at the particular time. We were college roommates, and we definitely had a unique bond as we went through and still do to this day. And he came on and he shared just what a transformed life is. And that was just definitely super important to me. Next, episode number 2, what I had, like I said, a good friend, former co-worker, a laborer in education. I had Miss Jennifer Gaston, I almost called her Wilkes, but Jennifer Gaston that came on. She's a principal in Coffeyville, Mississippi, and she shared her experience. And it's funny because we had some unique experiences there, with her being sometimes the 6th and 7th grade teacher, and me being the 8th grade teacher, or she being the 6th grade teacher, and vice versa. So there was definitely a unique situation that was there, and definitely gained a lot from that conversation, because we looked at her life and how it was impacted in the world of education. And then next, what we had my brother, Mr. Dan Ford, that came on, and definitely, we were tight knit of brothers that we, I think at one time they called us the Hill Brothers, Morris Hill Brothers or whatever. And he shared with us how his journey from, playing football at Mars Hill University to now he's a person that's running the donor section of University of Florida, and just a genuine guy. And he shared his experience with us. And next, I had my wife on, and she shared her experience as being a mother, being a woman with a career, having a husband. And she shared her experience that, at some point in time, you have to find yourself. You can be wrapped up in being a mother, having a career, being a wife, but sometimes you forget about yourself. So it's important to begin to think about you, and that's not a selfish thing, but that's being aware of that is important. Because a lot of times when we say think about you, we think that's, oh, you're just being selfish. Sometimes you do, because you get to a point where you begin to think about others so much that you forget about you. So definitely clearing it up and letting us know that it's important. So, next we had the opportunity to bring on Ms. Tasha Knox, and that was a very unique situation because when we look at it, man, we had a conversation, and it was started from her viewing a live that was on one of her friends' pages. And she released her book and began to talk about her book. And by the way, if you haven't gotten her book, make sure you do that. Go to her page. Her page is Tasha Knox. Make sure you go to her page and find that information out. All right. And get that. And she shared her experience. Her experience is one that is very unique. And that I'm not going to tell too much about the book. Get the book, read it. It had me captivated, where you're looking at our struggle, and we're going through grief, and we're going through the steps of life, and we can't just stop. We have to keep moving and encounter those things to continue to move forward. So at that particular point, I had on Mr. Kyron Gibson. After Mr. Kyron Gibson, he's a former player. And it started by me seeing my wife share him on her page. And you have to understand Kyron and I relationship where that was like a no-no. And he was probably smiling. I can see him smiling about it. But having him on, and on that particular video that my wife shared on the paper, on her page, it was showing how he was a young Black male teaching his son about money, about life, about how not to get stuck in the struggle. So I had him on. He shared some experiences and some things I did not know on how his family was built. He had a whole bunch of entrepreneurs, and how his granddad, his uncles, his aunties, his mother, his father, how they've shaped his direction. And he's actually in Charlotte, North Carolina. So he definitely shared with us. And then next, I had Miss Verily Harper that came on, and she began to talk about mental health. And we talked about it in particular in the African-American community. It was definitely important to have that conversation, because a lot of times, you know how it was when we were little, or even now, we say, man, that's crazy. I can't go to those. I can't go to those shrink. I can't do that. She's a psychotherapist, and she shared with us definitely a lot of nuggets on how sometimes we step away and we don't go and get help for the things that we need help for. Instead of being preventative, it happened and now we deal with it, instead of taking the proper steps to actually prevent it. I like the example she used of getting pregnant, and we instead of using and not, We go, happy to get pregnant, and then we want to say, oh, we need help now. It's important to get help right now. And she shared how it's important for you to go and check with people that are supporting about mental health. And sometimes they have pro bono, meaning that you could go for free to go get help. So I think it's definitely important that we, in the African American community, that's not a stigma. And she shared her company, TBE, the butterfly effect, and how she talked about just taking doing one thing, one step, one thing, how it has a major impact on our lives. And she described the butterfly on when the butterfly wings are being flapped. I couldn't think of it. How that wave affects so many things. And then next, I had a good friend last week, and his name was Joshua Meadows. He's a friend that from Asheville, North Carolina. Now he's actually in Charlotte, North Carolina. And he talked about his nonprofit where he's helping youth in the communities in Charlotte. I think he said East Charlotte. And how he talked through his life on how going from a impactful high school football player to stepping into the role of a college player, and that changed his direction. And we had some fun that night where he luckily didn't bring up a whole bunch of stuff because he's subject to do that. But Meadows, as I call him, shared a lot of his experiences and what he's learned over the course of time and how that has had an impact. He's definitely a genuine fellow that we all are still clicked together even after college, and it's definitely exciting about that. So guys, I just wanted to stop this week. I did not have anybody down. I just wanted to talk and kind of have a recap and share with you. I'm excited. I have some people lined up for August and September that I'm excited about, that they're going to share their experiences. I have some surprises. They're going to be coming up. So stay tuned to this page, which is my personal page, but also check out Go Like Transforming Lives. Okay? Go do that for me. Go like. If you haven't liked Transforming Lives, go there. In fact, let me show you what the actual, maybe not. So actually go do this right now. Go to Facebook right now. Go like Transforming Lives 2020. We're also on YouTube. Go to YouTube. Like that channel, man. Show some love at that channel for me, man. I appreciate that. We're trying to get this off the ground. And then lastly, what I'm going to talk about, make sure I don't have any comments. Nobody's commenting. I'm going to just talk about the background and starting the background of this and what I use to do all of this. So, of course, right now I'm on StreamYard. This platform is called StreamYard. And StreamYard, and I'm pretty sure you've seen different people on your pages that are using StreamYard. And you can kind of tell if they are by looking at some of these unique features, such as the name badge that's right there and the ticker that's at the bottom. Also, what do I use? I have a microphone that's right here. There's a microphone that I bought from some store. I can't remember what store I bought it from. And then I have a webcam that's sitting up here. And I have earbuds that are in. Now, why am I letting you know what I have? I need you to know, don't think that you need to have, you want to come out and have, the right materials, but you don't have to have perfect materials. What's most important is the content that you deliver to people. That's the most important thing. All the fancy stuff, bravo. Are people viewing? Yeah. They may be viewing. Well, the most important thing is taking the first step. Taking the first step is going out there, pushing live. Anybody join? Probably not. That's okay. What people usually do is go back and look at your replay. Put the information out there, because what you find out is if you change one, that's an impact. Don't compare yourself to anybody. Don't compare whatever you're doing. Don't compare your show to anybody. But I'm talking to the people right now that are sitting on things that you're able to do because you're waiting for somebody to applaud you. Man, people don't applaud you until later on down the road. And you have some unique people in your circle that are watching what you're doing and that are dropping that encouragement. So I'm going to do that to you all that are viewing, that are that's going to look at this later. Don't look for this big crowd. Be consistent, provide quality information, provide quality content, and just make the steps out there. That's what I did. Again, I don't know where this is going, and I can say this is with a smile, but I'm excited on where it has gone so far. Meet me Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Meet me every Tuesday night, as we share information from everyday people with real lives. We're just talking to genuine people, real people, genuine lives. I think I just messed it up. But we're just sharing information with you, okay? That's it for tonight. I just want to get on and celebrate 9 episodes. I thank those that have viewed. Thank you for your hearts. Thank you for everything. What's happening, Mr. Hurd? Brother, if I can get the information on, I'll get you on right now, brother. If I could have got that information on, man. But this is it. You can't worry about people. You can't worry about having all this stuff. Take what you got, and God does the rest. I promise you. My first night doing this, I did it in Zoom. Luckily, my guy was just gracious enough to go on with me, but the quality was terrible. Another part that I'm going to share with you is, as well as I share, what's up, Coach? What's happening, man? Thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you, sir. You're the man, man. You got some great things going on, man. If you're not following Coach Williams, man, if you're follow him on Instagram, he does an hour, and I pay attention to what you're doing too, sir, where you're sharing with your family. So I do look at that, sir. Follow him on Instagram. Check him out on Instagram. Follow him on Facebook. He gives quality information. Man, Coach was a coach there in North Carolina. He knows about us guys. He was one of our coaches. But another thing that I do is I download this video, and what I do is I break it into parts. Again, let me let you know, I had no clue on how to do this. None whatsoever. I learned all of this, and it calls, by self-learning. And I put information out. If you're on Instagram, definitely reach out. I put a lot more information on Instagram than I do on Facebook, but that information is there, and I share that with everybody. That's going to be it, guys. Thank y'all so much. If you have an opportunity to share this, I'll appreciate that. Meet us next week, where I'm going to have on, I guess he has so many multiple labels for me, pastor, coaching buddy, cousin, mentor, all kind of stuff. I guess I can give them all kind of names. I'm going to have on Pastor Marcus Dudley. He's the pastor of Kingdom Movement Community Church in Coffeyville, Mississippi. He'll be on with me next week. Now, I'm going to tell you now, that's going to be another funny situation. So you don't want to miss that one. We're going to try to keep it Christian like and all that good stuff. But he has a powerful message that he's going to share with us. So meet me next week, same time, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. Meet me here as I have a good friend, cousin, pastor that will be on next week. Spread the word. You have a nice one. Peace out. See y'all later.